Hey, welcome to Three Guys, One Movie. I'm here with Mitch and Zach. We did a Batman list, so this is based on all of our ratings. We added them up. We got an average. They don't know the outcome yet, so we're going to see what order they landed in. Starting at number 11 with a unanimous last place, Batman and Robin.
Oh, no way. That's supposed to be number one.
Oh,
yes,
what?
This makes sense. This makes sense.
It's
Very
a fucking terrible movie.
bad nipples.
Nice to see you.
Badass.
You know what? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Careful that shit, man.
Schweiz.
We're on YouTube.
Arnold
Schweinsteiger.
isn't a horrible Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, he is.
At least he's kind of comic booky.
It's kind of funny.
He's
kind of funny.
He's Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, he's...
When is he not Arnold? He plays
On
Arnold
Tuesdays.
in everything.
On Tuesdays.
I agree with that being last. George Clooney's an awful Batman.
Yeah.
That's funny, though. Yeah, like, he's like, ah, man, I thought I'd ruined that franchise, but I'm glad I didn't. But he's so open about, like, how much, like, yeah, that movie's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Bane was good.
He looked the part.
He looked the
straight
part.
He's
He's
not good, though.
book.
He's not good, though. And I mean, that's kind of the one thing that I'll give this movie credit for, is some of the visual stuff in it is interesting. There is some interesting use of color and stuff like
Poison
that.
Ivy stuff.
Yeah. There's some interesting stuff in there, but it's like the movie just as a whole
I wouldn't say
sucks.
it's interesting. I'd say it's just colorful.
In two words, bat nipples.
Badass.
Nipple.
And then number 10, I guess we should have clarified this at the beginning, but we included Batman v Superman because it's more of a Batman movie than a Superman movie, and that was our number 10.
Yeah.
So I think everyone had that in second last, too.
I think so, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I think
Was
we all had
it
in
worse
the
than
same spot.
the Val Kilmer movie?
Yeah,
I may have
think
had that
it's
above
less,
Val Kilmer.
It's less fun.
Yeah.
I feel like Batman Forever is a little more fun.
At least any of the ones
Well,
between 80 and 2000 were kind of fun.
Tim Burton ones are darker, but like,
the biggest problem that I think Batman v Superman suffers from is just the fact that it's boring. Like, I think
absolutely.
that's the biggest problem.
But
it's
nothing
boring.
makes sense.
And it's
like,
3 hours long.
the way that they...
And it's overstuffed with shit.
Yeah.
Like, they've just made it so, like, Batman's already been Batman for 20 years before Superman, like, starts doing his shit.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
At all. You know, they've already done the whole Robin's killed by the killing joke shit, you know? And they've
That was a
already...
killing joke.
Yeah, and, like, the problem that with it is that, like, my main thing is that people are like, no, it's deep, man. It's not deep.
Nope.
Fucking Martha? Really? That's what gets Batman out of his rage to kill Superman? The name fucking Martha? I know it was his mom's name, but it's just ridiculous to
That's
go,
also
you know
why
what?
Wonder Woman
Oh my
dropped in
God.
to help.
Oh my god, we have...
Her
our,
great aunt is named Martha.
Oh, of course.
our mothers have the same name. I can't kill you. I
My
have
dad's
to
Paul
say.
Blart, too.
Flash comes in, my grandma's Martha. Oh, we should make a team.
I guess we mentioned it already, but number 9 was Batman Forever.
Okay.
So we just mentioned
Jim Carrey's
I actually had this one spot higher than this. I actually had this one spot higher than it is.
Really?
So I had this at number 8 on my list.
Really?
Yeah. And
Is
the
what's
one,
at number
the one
8
that
right
the
now?
one that's at number 8 is my number 9.
Okay.
So I had
Okay.
them switched. But
Jim Carrey.
yeah, no, I like this movie, but not in the sense that I think it's good. it's a very easy popcorn movie. Like, it's something that I can throw on and just watch.
If it's on
And
TV,
yeah.
I'll turn it on.
And it's kind of like Batman and what I said about Batman and Robin, having some interesting visuals. This one did that better.
Yeah.
There's a lot more stuff in it where, like, from a production design standpoint and a costume design standpoint, I was like, there's a lot of cool shit in this movie.
What I don't understand
Like, it's
is
creative.
the casting of Val Kilmer.
Yeah, no, he's the worst Batman.
Yeah.
Like, I
hands
actually
down,
think
he's
George
the worst
Clooney is
Batman.
a better Batman because
He's
he's
a
a
better
better
Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but Val Kilmer is just awful. And, like, Jim Carrey is really good as the Riddler.
No, and
He's
that's
fun. He's
Yeah,
I think
See, that's my main
and
thing
he
with the
makes
movie,
it
is
very
just
comic
fun.
booky.
Even like Tommy Lee Jones, like I know, like I've heard shit like they hated each other on set and stuff like that, but you could tell Tommy Lee Jones is at least having fun
Yeah,
with it.
He was having fun. And he was actually not a bad cartoony Two-Face.
Yeah.
It's the problem with today. Everybody's trying to be too dark.
So,
the DC is-
speaking of being too dark, number 8 was my number 9, Dark Knight Rises. I actually had Batman Forever a
okay.
spot above this because
Really?
Interesting.
this movie genuinely pissed me off when it came out. I've
wasn't bad.
slowly come around to it not being quite as bad as I hated it when it first came out. But when it first came out, this would have been like a 2 out of 10 for me. Like, I
It's low for me.
despised this movie. I hated everything about it. I thought it destroyed everything the first 2 movies set up.
Yeah.
It, like, just shat all over
This movie
everything
is one of the
else.
reasons why I hate Christopher
And it's
Nolan.
boring. it's really, really boring. Apart from
But, like,
2 sequences,
They ruined Bane.
yeah.
They completely ruined
But the
Bane.
weird thing is, they ruined Bane in terms of being accurate to the comics. But at the same time, Tom Hardy's performance is the thing that carries the whole movie.
Yeah, that's the
'Cause
sad
there's
part.
nothing around it. That's
You know what
good.
they also ruined? They also ruined Robin.
Oh god.
Yeah.
His name's not Robin.
Well, I just hated that Bane was just a fucking red herring for fucking Talia al Ghul.
Yeah.
And she wasn't
like
even a good Talia.
No,
She was
she's kinda
barely
like-
Talia al Ghul.
And
She
it's
was,
sad because I really like Marianne Cotillard.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's great.
And she just kind of...
Anne Hathaway as Catwoman was pretty good.
She's hot as fuck.
I mean, that's okay. There's 2...
She was okay as Catwoman.
I should clarify right now before
I
we move.
did like the part though when they were like when they cut off Gotham from the rest of the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
That was
kinda
kind
neat.
of cool.
I
The
found
bomb at the end was dumb as shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they blew up the football stadium too.
That was kind of cool.
It was kind of cool, but I could just picture like the moms in the crowd going, "Oh my god, my son!" Like it just doesn't. Like it just was. I didn't like that scene.
There's that one guy going, "Fuck you, Tutu."
I didn't like the forced romance with Catwoman and Batman though. That felt
See,
right out
it's
of fucking nowhere.
forced and out of nowhere, but it's part of the comic book.
Well, that's the thing. It's always like they have a relationship, of course, in the comics, but this just felt out of nowhere. It's like, oh, she kisses him because love, and they're in Paris together.
Cause
Oh, but there was
and like Batman like kills himself off so he can spend the rest of his life with Anne Hathaway.
at that restaurant, so we can see my.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I hated this movie when it first came out, and it's moved up to a point where it's no longer a hate; it's more of just a meh.
I'm very wishy-washy.
I just have a non-reaction with it now. But at the time, it pissed me off.
The worst Nolan one.
And then I guess,
Yes.
yeah, for sure. And I guess, moving up the chain here, I'm going to really quickly clarify something, because there's 2 in here. There are 2 movies on this list that only one of us has seen. So their placement kind of ended up weird because of that, based on how high the person put it.
I'm one movie down. Like there's right?
number 7 was Batman 66, because I was the
Okay.
only person who had seen it, and I think I had it number 5 or something like that, so it ended up kind of high on here.
It was a movie
that number
and a
7?
series, right?
Yeah, and I really like this movie.
That's fun.
It's not accurate to like what Batman is
Of
or anything like
course.
that, but it's a
Well,
very,
it's
very
accurate to the
fun,
beginning.
very comic booky movie, down to the point that like there's pow popping on
Yeah.
screen like when people punch each other.
Shit,
It's a
that was
cartoon come to life.
Yeah, it was a TV series. That was
The movie is
just like
literally
a
just a cartoon come
Yeah.
to life, and it's very funny.
It's
like,
very
and it holds up.
1960s.
It holds up in a weird way where like the special effects are terrible and stuff like that, but it feels like it was planned, like almost like they were like, "Yo, in 20 years this is gonna be fucking hilarious."
Yeah.
like it almost feels.
I heard
that
the
way.
Joker is pretty good.
Yeah, no, there's actually
Cesar Romero.
and I
Cesar
love
Romero.
Adam West. I love his
Adam
version
West
of
is
Batman.
great.
His
Adam
version
West
of Batman's
is great
awesome.
as Adam West in Family Guy.
And I guess like I won't spend too long on that since only I saw it. So number 6 was Batman Begins,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
I had a lot higher. On
I
my
thought it
list.
would be higher.
I had it number 4.
I can't remember where I put that.
The problem I have with this movie is it's too origin-y.
See, I actually have this.
I don't mind that at all.
I consider this in Dark Knight even playing field. I just think Dark Knight has a way better villain. I think
Yeah.
as a film, this one's just as good in terms of the filmmaking quality. I think it's incredibly well made.
Yeah, no,
Like,
absolutely.
it's-
I think Dark Knight's better.
It's
in
just
that
the villain.
sense.
That's what escalates that one for me. It's just like
Well, of course.
Liam
but, like,
Neeson as Raj al Ghul
He's
isn't
awesome.
that bad, though.
I love
Like, he was
him.
actually good.
I
And
think
you
he's
know
cool.
what? Cillian Murphy
like
Yeah.
as
Cillian Murphy.
Scarecrow.
Oh, yeah.
I love Cillian Murphy, but they did a really good adaptation of Scarecrow.
Yeah.
I thought, which was cool.
Agreed.
I think the thing that bothered me was like the origins, and they kind of focused way too much on the origins.
Well, that's the whole point
And-
of the movie.
It was like the only time they called him the Batman, because he's just the Dark Knight for the rest of the series.
All right, so number 5 was the one that only Zach has seen. This was Zach's number 1, actually, which is why it ended up so high, even though only one of us had seen it. Was Mask of the Phantasm. So why don't you tell us
What
a
is
little
this
bit
about?
about why this one's
Well, it's
so...
based off the animated series. If you haven't seen that, watch it. Shit's so good. It holds up really, really well. But it was theatrically released.
So that's how it fits into
yeah.
this list.
It's got the best Batman, got the best Joker, Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill. Really mature story for an animated film. Really well done. It's the best. It's my favorite Batman movie. It really accurately portrays Batman and Bruce Wayne. Go watch it.
I
I've
have
been
to
meaning to-
definitely want to watch that.
The thing is, I actually have a DVD of this sitting around, too. I just haven't seen it.
I'm not going to spoil it, but it's easily my favorite Batman movie.
I
It's
definitely need to watch it, because it's
Um,
like the only one that I haven't seen.
It's awesome. Sorry, I'm just keep ranting about that. I will stop.
All right, we'll move on to number 4, which was Mitch's number 1. Batman '89 ended up at number 4.
That's a great
Wow,
one.
really?
The
drops that
the
far.
first Michael Keaton one ended up at number
It's-
4.
That movie is great.
It's a great movie.
Both all the ones with
Michael
Michael Keaton, in
Keaton
them,
is just-
Michael Keaton is the best Batman.
The best
Yeah,
Batman.
absolutely.
Can we
Live
agree
action.
on that?
Oh, I
He's the
totally,
best one.
totally.
Best live action Batman.
Best live action Batman. I think he's incredibly brilliant. I mean, in the role of Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
and Batman. Just everything.
Got a nice charm to him.
Everything works. Like the
Yeah.
charm. You got
Jack
the
Nicholson is
Joker is Jack Nicholson.
There's
that
some really
works.
there's a lot of really memorable
like,
stuff.
It
in there.
just works really,
I love
really well.
the look of it too, like the look of Gotham City.
Oh,
is
yeah.
really cool.
I mean, and it holds up for being 89.
Yeah, it's like one of my. It's probably I don't know. I'd probably actually rank it higher than Beetlejuice, but it's like my favorite Tim Burton movie.
Fair
Well,
enough.
that and
And you guys know me.
Batman.
I
Yeah,
don't like
James.
Tim Burton.
oh, okay.
And this film doesn't feel like the rest of Tim Burton stuff. It's
Well,
Tim
yeah.
Burton-y, but it doesn't feel like the rest of his stuff. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
really
That's-
like this. And you know what? Like, Michael Keaton is such an underrated actor.
One, like, this was the first serious iteration of Batman in live action, because
Yeah.
before this, all we had was Batman 66.
Yeah,
And that's all people knew. And, like, apart from comic nerds, no one else knew Batman as anything else. And then having this movie come out, all of a sudden this character was, like, this really cool character that no one knew even, like, existed unless they were a comic nerd before.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they knew he
Well,
existed, but they didn't know a lot about him.
yeah.
And this movie totally turned a whole new crowd onto him. Where
Yeah.
they're like, holy crap, Batman's
Yeah.
awesome. Like, so it's totally important for the time it came out and everything like
Yeah,
that.
and you know, like I said, it holds up to me. If it's on TV, I'm gonna watch it. I'd even put it on.
Oh, it's great.
So I really like it.
And then, moving up the list, I'm really surprised how high this landed. My number 1 was Lego Batman, and that landed at number
Oh,
3.
okay.
It went down to 3.
Yeah, and that was my number 1, and it's only because I think this is the most fun movie that features Batman in general,
Yeah.
like by far. But it also managed to nail down the character. Like, I actually love Will Arnett's version of Batman.
I believe this was my number 2.
Yeah,
And
this movie's so much
It's
fun.
incredibly fun.
It's so much fun. It's so rewatchable, and there's so many
It's-
little.
Great to
References
watch as
tossed
an
in there,
adult.
like-
It's great to watch as a family. It's great to watch as a kid.
Yeah.
It's and Lego's fun. Like, and they really play up the Lego
It's-
part of it.
It's funny, but
And-
it also nailed the family aspect of it that, like, Batman always
Yeah.
has to him, where it's like he just
Yeah.
wants a
He wants a
of some
family.
sort. Like, he's always disconnected, and they nailed that part.
Will
Like,
Arnett as Batman's voice too was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I just love Will Arnett. He's
Will
yeah,
Arnett,
amazing.
I rank him as my second favorite Batman. Like,
Yeah.
he's just this movie was incredibly well done, and it came out of left field.
Yeah.
Like, it was really good. And one of the coolest parts about this movie, unlike like past like Lego stuff, they actually made the movie look like it was stop motion, but it was actually mostly like
It's like
computer
CG,
animation, and they made it
impressive.
look like how Lego would move, which was really cool. I really
I
liked
prefer
this.
the Lego movie, but this movie
I honestly personally enjoy this one more.
But no,
I
it's
like
a fun
how
movie.
it brought all like minor, goofy
yeah,
Batman villains in it,
Oh, yeah.
like Mothman.
And I love that it takes so many jabs out of them. Like, there's a Suicide Squad jab in there. Where
Yeah.
let's get all the villains and have them fight for us. No, that's a stupid idea. That would
Yeah.
never work.
And there's enough like adult innuendo in the film that like keeps an
Oh, yeah.
adult interested while they take their kid to the movie.
Or even what's his Batcave password? Superman sucks.
Yeah. I like how like all the Justice League members show up in the movie
Yeah.
too. Like I thought it was, and like all the characters are played by these incredibly famous actors.
That's what's so
Like,
awesome about it. It's like
Green Lantern
you
was
never
like
see these people any other
Jonah
way.
Hill.
Jonah Hill, and like I think Superman was
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum. Yeah. It was. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, he was funny as the Joker.
He was really funny as the Joker, and that's what this movie was. It was funny. It wasn't meant to be serious.
No, yeah,
Obviously, it's a Lego movie.
it's the most fun Batman.
I
in
think
my
it's
opinion.
it's one of the
Like,
most
for
fun
sure.
comic book movies.
Yeah, no, I love this movie.
Yeah.
So number 2 is the one where we're gonna get in shit because we put Dark Knight at number 2.
Oh
Which,
fuck!
like
right.
every other list of this
Ah.
ever, Dark Knight is number 1, but we have it at number 2 based on our average.
No
This
way.
movie's fucking great.
Because
Oh,
I
it's
think
insane.
here's the thing. I think all of us had this at number 2 or something like that.
I think I had it at number 3.
Okay, so I think me and you had it at number 2 and he had it at
Okay.
number 3. But yeah, I really have nothing bad to say about
yeah,
this movie.
like, honestly.
It's
No.
great.
Okay, Heath Ledger, like he was growing up one of my favorite actors, And then when he took on this role, everybody was like, "There's no way."
He's just a
can't do
pretty
this."
boy.
And then he pulled off one
His
of the
pants.
best, pulled off one of the best on-screen adaptions of any superhero or supervillain ever, and it will go down in history.
Yeah, no,
Like
absolutely.
he is an incredible Joker, and it's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's terrifying, and you know what's cool about this one is he's all about anarchy. He doesn't give a shit about money. He doesn't give a shit about power. He just wants to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool about him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's
Christian Bale as Batman's meh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like Christian Bale.
but
he was okay. Batman voice was shit, but overall, I thought he was good.
yeah, and just Heath Ledger made this movie
Yeah, absolutely.
incredible.
I mean, like
Morgan
I can honestly-
Freeman?
Morgan Freeman's great. I can honestly say though, I've never been like actually like scared watching a Batman movie before. Like his performance is
Oh, yeah.
haunting.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
great. It will
The-
go
the-
down in history.
Oh, for sure. This movie, like, I know we're gonna get in shit for having this at number 2, but this
Fuck you, make your
movie,
own list.
fuck you, make your own list. Exactly. This movie is incredible and like doesn't denounce the fact that it's an amazing.
Yeah,
film.
like I remember fucking going to see this in theaters when it came out and just being blown
10
away.
years ago. Can
I
you
know,
believe that?
It's nuts.
Decade
And,
ago.
Going to the theaters to see this, and it blew me away. And it still holds up. It's
Yeah.
after 10 years, it's still a phenomenal film.
As a 13-year-old boy, this movie was amazing.
It's still amazing.
It's still
Yeah.
amazing.
As an adult, it's still
yeah.
great.
It gets better when you're older.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand the themes.
Yeah.
And then I guess number 1 only leaves one more, which is Batman Returns.
I love this movie. It's my favorite
Yeah.
live action.
I
Batman.
still genuinely, Danny DeVito as the Penguin is one of my favorite
great.
So
on-screen
you guys
villains
must have
ever.
both put this at number 1.
Yeah.
I had number 2.
Okay, because
I had
mine,
Lego
it was,
Batman,
mine
number
was
one,
at like,
it was
I think
number 2.
it was like number 4.
This
or
was my
something.
number 2 as
It was
well.
number 2 for both of us, yeah.
Like you were talking about with Batman '89, how this one, that one felt like it was less Tim Burton-y,
Yeah.
which is true because it was mainly like the studio was kind of like, oh, okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna hold you back a bit. This is full Tim Burton.
Oh, yeah.
This
I
is like,
love how dark this movie
me
is.
too.
It's
It's
just like,
great.
Danny DeVito as the
creepy.
Penguin.
He's
It's awesome.
scary.
Yeah,
Like, creepy as fuck.
but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so goofy as well
Freaked
with
me
his
out
little
as a kid.
penguins
Yeah.
and stuff like
Catwoman in this wasn't too bad.
that. I
Yeah,
love.
she's awesome.
Yeah,
She-
the
Michelle-
suit was crazy.
She's awesome.
She's amazing as Catwoman, and I love the relationship between the two of them. There's like a
Not forced.
attraction towards each other, but it's done really well.
It's not
Yeah.
forced. Like
Yeah.
I still, this is my favorite live-action Batman. Like, I
Mine
do
too.
think you can definitely argue The Dark Knight's a better film.
Absolutely.
But this is the one that I personally enjoy the most, and
Me
that
too.
to me
Well, that's-
feels the most like what I'd want out of a Batman.
That's
movie
the
based on
thing about
comics and
movies.
everything.
yeah.
is that there's hands down, Dark Knight is the best Batman movie.
No, I'm not going to argue with
Yeah.
that.
There's no argument on that. But it all boils down to entertainment and personal like attraction.
Mhm.
And Batman Returns gives you all of this shit.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just it's an incredible movie. I mean, I ranked it lower than you guys, but it's still just
This is another one too where like
it's
it's
so much fun.
it's really weird how dark this movie is, but
Yeah.
how fun it manages to be. Like it manages to balance.
It's fun
that.
and dark, and
I
it's
guess that's-
completely out in left
That's
field.
kind of Tim Burton in general. He
Yeah.
always manages to
Yeah.
do that because if you look at like Sweeney Todd or Sleepy Hollow, there's a certain aspect of fun, but also
Yeah.
being really dark about it.
Honestly,
Like,
though, like if I was like around during that time period, like if I was an adult, I'd be like, "Who the fuck gave Tim Burton
Yeah.
a contract
fuck
to
is this guy?"
Who the fuck gave Tim Burton the contract to Batman?
Yeah.
Like who the fuck thought that was a good thing? Like, and then he pulled it off.
Oh,
and
it's
then
great.
he was gonna fuck up Superman, but like, but yeah, no, this was
Yeah.
Fun.
it's so much fun.
So that wraps up our list. We put Batman Returns at number 1. Don't hate us. Follow everyone on Twitter and Letterboxd. Links will be down below. And drop any recommendations for other lists we can cover in the future because we're going to try to come up with a bunch more. This will hopefully be something we're doing on a regular basis. Catch you later.
Peace.
Bye.